So it's Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Or maybe it's Saturday for you, maybe Sunday, or hopefully not, but Monday or later after Thanksgiving. And you decided on Thanksgiving to, who cares, just have whatever was offered to you at Thanksgiving dinner. So you ate the things that you normally wouldn't eat. You fell off the wagon. It's happened to the best of us. Anybody judging you for that needs to stop immediately. And that includes yourself. Stop. Stop hammering yourself over this. You might be asking, how do I get back on my diet, back on the right track to the proper human diet? Whether it's your carnivore diet, keto diet, your just low carb diet, whatever. The reason a lot of people find this tricky is because you get all sorts of really weird advice out there, especially in low carb circles. So I'm going to just take a few minutes here and tell you not to worry too much about that. A lot of people will tell you, oh, the best way to get back is to fast. Just fast for 24 hours. Your body will use up all the carbs you've eaten, and it'll help you get back to being fat adapted. That might be true. Is it necessary? No. Or they might say, okay, just scale back your carbs if you've been on this 4-day, ice cream and pizza bender. And then your body will get you back to it really easily and you get the easier way back in. Will that work? Possibly. Is it necessary? No. The absolute easiest way for you to get back on your carnivore diet, brace yourself for this monumental piece of wisdom here, is to stop putting carbs in your mouth. That's all it is. Next thing you eat, have some ground beef with some eggs. Have that ribeye steak, beef ribs, whatever it is that you eat. Maybe it's your favorite carnivore meal. Have that as the next thing you eat today. This might require you, especially if this became a multi-day bender, by the way, this might require you to either give to someone who doesn't follow your carnivore keto lifestyle any treats that you bought for yourself on this bender that you still have. They're still sort of looking at you from your pantry or refrigerator. Might be some leftover pie, whatever. Or it might require you to throw those things away. It might be a little harder if this involves things that were given to you as a sort of a gift or from a family member. This is why maybe finding someone to give them to. These days, if we're, especially if we're watching this on Friday, which has in a repulsive way become almost like a holiday for people, like a shopping holiday. I find it creepy personally. But on a day where a lot of people are out shopping or going to see Christmas-themed movies or Christmas-themed shows or whatever they're doing out in the broader world, a lot of people, they might be busy this weekend, so it might be hard to find somebody. But find someone to give them to. Or throw them away. I mean, is there really anybody out there who's in such a bad place nutritionally that a piece of pecan pie is going to make their life, their physical health better? Probably not, but give those things away or throw them away. Get them away from your fork. And then just eat the steak. Eat the chicken wings. Plain. Okay? I'd recommend, even if you normally do relaxed carnivore, if you fell off the wagon hard, do several days of strict. Yes, I know. That may sound like I'm slightly contradicting what I'm doing. I'm not really. I'm trying to get you to get away from things that will trigger memories of the things you shouldn't have been eating that didn't fit your particular way of doing carnivore. And most people doing a clean carnivore diet won't, as anything but a rare occasion, have, chicken wings with actual sauces on them because those things are loaded with seed oils and sugars, typically, even in small amounts. But just go back to eating your beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Do it for a few days, a couple of weeks, until everything is in the clear. You want to be in the clear because Christmas isn't that far ahead. And I'm going to do probably another how to have a carnivore Christmas videos. Just like a couple days ago, my how to have a carnivore Thanksgiving. Maybe this time, because you probably noticed that your carnivore, the way you felt after eating all the junk initially was probably pretty good, but afterwards was pretty bad. Your body did not like those carbs. Your stomach probably didn't like them. Anything that you've been combating with a carnivore way of eating has probably come back. Like, can you imagine if you have Hashimoto's and you decided to go on a 4 or 5 day pizza and pie bender? Well, think about that. So we want to do that again at Christmas or New Year's. I mean, New Year's, people, a lot. Why would you want to do that? I mean, that stuff's got to trigger inflammation. A guy who likes an adult beverage once in a great while. I haven't had one in a long time. Not since going carnivore, because the benefits are just too good. We're now in the time of pick yourself back up, get that eye of the tiger back. Go watch Rocky 3, where you get Apollo Creed lecturing Rocky Balboa on how to find that fighting spirit back. Grab that fighting spirit, take control, throw away whatever you might still have that you shouldn't be eating. Just have the next thing you eat be a carnivore meal. And the next thing after that. And the next thing after that. Until it becomes a habit again. It's not rocket science. It's not a complicated thing. You don't need to overcomplicate it. I mean, you can, if you, for whatever reason, you feel you have to, for disciplinary reasons, punish yourself with a 24-hour fast to cleanse your system of latent carbs. But that's if you think you have to, and nothing I've said here has convinced you that you just need to eat the next thing properly. It's your business. I don't find it necessary. It's just, in fact, in the past, when I would fall off a keto diet in the past, and I would do that, I didn't notice anything helpful. So just put the bad stuff away. Go back to some proper human food: beef, butter, bacon, eggs, salt, plenty of salt. The key is to remember ultimately that you are the one in control of this. No one else is. No one you watch on YouTube, no one in your life is in control of this. You are ultimately the final arbiter, the final decision maker. You are where the buck stops on any diet you're on. Maybe you're watching this wondering, carnivore, that sounds like a crazy idea. My paleo diet works fine. Great. You're wondering how to get back on the horse after you ate the pie or whatever on Thanksgiving. You're the ultimate decision maker. You're the decider. You're the arbiter. You are the only one who can make those decisions. That's the key thing here, is to take the responsibility. Finally, just stop eating the things you aren't supposed to be eating that aren't part of the plan. And just go back to eating what you need to eat. Yes, it may take a day for your body to metabolically get back to the way it should be. That's fine. It happens. I fell off the horse plenty of times when I was doing keto. It took 2 to 3 days to get back to it. I learned the lesson. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Just go back to what you're supposed to be doing. That's it. Nothing complicated. That's why this video is so short. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this. If you thought this advice was sound, thought that maybe I'm just a little nuts for suggesting that you should keep it simple. Share this on social media if you can, especially if you have a friend. Maybe it didn't apply to you. Maybe you looked at some of the menu options I suggested, the day before Thanksgiving, like, hey, that sounds good. Let's do some of that. And you stuck to a carnivore Thanksgiving or keto Thanksgiving if you do keto, and you didn't have any problems, but you had a friend who did. So share this with them, and like and subscribe if you haven't. It really does help. I'm Anthony Stine, the Practical Carnivore. Thanks for your time today.